Oh, we need a filter, bro. What is this? What? I didn't even know we had this. How do I take this out though? Over there. This is so cool. You want more? Okay. Give me 1 second. So we're gonna do a live work session today. But first, let me fulfill my mom duties. And I got everything except what I was gonna grab. I found this cereal and my daughter really likes it. And the ingredients are tapioca, sunflower protein, dates, coconut oil, Dutch cocoa, coconut sugar, vanilla extract, and sea salt. That is it. And my toddler, she just asked me for seconds. Smells good. Mm. I found this in Whole Foods, I think it was. Seven Sundays. 100% real food, no refined sugar, gluten free, non GMO. Keep it real. For those who have dairy intolerance, I heard about the A2B2, but I couldn't find it. I always see the A1B1, but oh well. I just got regular milk because I don't have, as far as I know, I'm not lactose intolerant. Let me get this to my child. Sorry, guys, mom duties. Anyways, good morning. We're gonna be doing a live work session. I'm gonna be working live with you guys. And what I was gonna do. But before we get started, hello. Let's work on our morning most. So first of all, we always have our greens. It's a full serving of fruits and veggies. It has probiotics, prebiotics, 11 digestive enzymes, and it has biotin and other amazing things to help for collagen production, support your body to keep producing collagen. So I have this ever single morning. Amazing for bloating, constipation, gas, supporting digestion, and a lot of things. And again, supports collagen, which is amazing for joints, hair, skin, nails. I noticed how fast my hair grew. Um, I'm thinking that it didn't grow that much in like the last 2 months, but when look at the photos on my haircut, I had it really short. I had it like over here and now it's in here. And I'm debating if I should cut it again or not. I liked it. It was something different. But then I see my photos with my long hair and I'm like, oh. So this is my energy feast. I don't have caffeinated coffee in the mornings. I have decaf coffee because I don't want the spike, I don't want the drops, the jiggers, I don't want any of that. This one, it's a healthier source, more moderate amount of caffeine, no sugar or anything like that. And it keeps you stable. It's a steady energy, amazing for cognitive function and all that stuff. The last thing I just started this one, this is a whole new product, and I just started this, but the flavor, I'm not gonna lie, is not good. But I found that if I have like half with one drink and half with the other drink, I don't taste it. I remember the first time I tried it with two new products, so I wasn't sure which one was the bad one. But the GOP one tastes delicious. I always have that one alone in the afternoon. And then I realized it was this. It tastes horrible. So what I do is I add half of it and then I'll add the other half. Now this is amazing. This is your NAD, and this is amazing for cellular energy. And I think I added way too much. Cellular energy and longevity. Every organ starts aging after certain age when you get titles. I think when people, something I learned is that when you think about longevity, you think physical longevity, like you think wrinkles and all that stuff. But reality is that every single cell of your body, basically every single cell of your body will age. Will start aging after you're 20. And everything in your body is made out of cells. You getting it? Your organs, heart, lungs, liver, everything. Uh, I so sorry. I look like a horror movie today, but this is the real. This is real. Like sometimes you just don't have the energy. My hormones have been all over the place because I got out of whack with my diet. So, anyways, what I was sharing with you guys was about longevity. Something we don't think about when we think about longevity, we think about the physical aspect, but we don't think internally, like inside our organs. Um, so that's why I started to implement NAD into my diet. Good morning, everybody. Home sweet home. Hello. Good morning. Nice to meet you. My llama Bradley. Is that what you said? Oh, your name is Bradley? Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakery. Wakey, wakey. I need a wake. Here I have my caffeine for the day. So we really need it. We have work to do today. I really love your videos. Oh, thank you. Thank you. 36? Wow. Good morning, Underball. It was okay. It was okay. I mean, I went to the museum on Saturday morning. They have free entrance for kids and crafts and stuff like that. Guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Um, so yeah, and it was raining. So after that, we didn't do much because this month has been very hard for me financially. It's been a very hard month. and like including gas. Like right now, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have gas to take my son to school Thursday and Friday. So I'm like crossing my fingers something works out. I'm trusting the universe to surprise me. Yesterday I put $12 of gas to make it home. So I was like, yeah, we cannot spend money not even driving, even if we go to a trail which is free. I might not be able to do my hiking again today as well. We'll see. Because I do have hikes on my way to school, so I can like I'm not gonna get out of route and run extra miles. But the problem is that those hikes are not shaded, and it's getting 95 degrees in the at my hiking hours. So if we're gonna hike at 90 degrees or below above, we need a shade shadow. So Saturday I went to that. It was free entrance, but then it was raining, and I was like, you know what, it's not worth it. We cannot afford it. So we came home. Sunday we went to church. I did groceries, and then came home. Monday we did nothing. We stayed home all day. I cleaned. I'm allergic to work. Who pays you for these work projects? What work projects? I'm lost. I like the shorts you posted by the like. If you're talking about the place yesterday, we need to talk about that. I did not manage my timing well yesterday. So when I'm gonna try new places, I will go and check like how far it is. So it was 30 minutes. I was like, okay, that's amazing, 30 minutes. But then when we started driving, I realized it was 30 minutes to the complete opposite of where I'm going. So again, I go hiking, and after I get out, that's when I pick up my son from school. So I always try to be on my way to my son's school so I don't go too far away and waste gas, or I have time. Huh? It's okay, just a little bit. Huh? How can you say no to that? Please. Like she literally did that to me. Please. How can you say no to that? Give me a second. Come on, let's go. Okay, where was I? Um, Let me move this over here. Okay, so the hiking yesterday. So usually I will go to a place where it's on the way to my son's school, right? So again, this is a new place. I only saw, oh, it's 30 minutes away. It's perfect. But the problem is, this is my house. This is my son's school. And it was taking me all the way this way. So after I started driving, I was like, oh shit, we screw up. And on top of that, because I was live streaming, I got out late of the house. So on top of me going farther away, getting me later out of the house, the point is that we finally make it to the park. And thank God, I always I usually check when I make it to the park. I will turn the GPS on, and I will see how far I am of how far away I am of my son's school. So that way, example, if I'm 20 minutes away, that means I will leave 30 minutes before my son gets out of school. I think I'm like 35 minutes away from my son's school. I was 50 minutes away from my son's school. And when I look at the hour, I only had 10 minutes for my hike, you guys. I drove all of that. I wasted gas that I did not. had. Like I literally had to stop at the gas station and put the last $12 that I had in my pocket to be able to make it back home for a 10-minute hike. And now I'm gonna say this: the park was amazing. It was beautiful. It was stunning. At least we got to see the river right away. The river was right next to the parking lot. So that means you know how usually you have to go ahead to see good scenery. So at least we got good views and we saw a baby deer. And I was like, you know what? It was meant to be because if we had come to another town, we would haven't seen a baby deer. I've been dying to see. I saw deers once at the beginning when I moved here, but my kids did not saw it. Okay, let me catch up. You better post bunny eating carrots and return. What the heck? We like bunny. Okay, we have a bunny. We have a weird fetish dude over here that needs to get the hell out. Are you in Arizona? That's hot. No, I'm in Florida. And it's not even summer. It's 95 degrees. She deserves ice cream and the pepper. I saw a video in which the dude with the bunny obsession. What the hell? Did you take a shit today? What the fuck? No wonder your gas tank is empty. It's things you learn. Like you learn how to manage your time and like how to you learn tricks as you go. That was the best explanation I could give my daughter yesterday. I was like, I've been learning little by little, but one trick that I learned was to calculate how far I'm willing to go. And I was like, I'm willing to go 30 minutes the farthest, but we don't calculate that it always has to be near to my son's school instead of farther away from my son's school. So even though it was a 30-minute drive to the park, it was a 50-minute drive going to my son's school. Those are things you learn, as you go, on top of the freaking gas. Oh, yeah. Like I drove there and it was for me felt good, it felt easy, it felt fast. Even the 50 minutes right, it felt super fast to me. And it was a place that I know. Like I drive every time I go to there's this beautiful place that I want to go before it gets too hot. It's so peaceful and it's free entrance and you go with the horses. They don't ask you for anything before they will ask you to take a carrot, but TikTok blew them up and now the horses, the sugar levels are way too crazy, so they don't even ask for anything. Like if you can just see the horses and don't feed them, that's amazing. um, but it's huge, huge. It's a huge farm. They have over 100 or 200 horses. 100 and I will say 160-ish, more or less. Retired horses that have been abandoned, abused, and stuff like that. And I just love going there, just walking and seeing the seasons, like the difference of fall, winter, and now spring. Spring was gorgeous over there. Um, but it's getting hot and I want to go again. But anyway, I go to the farm usually a lot when, I cannot go too far or I don't have money to spend. It's again free entrance and people who doesn't use all of the carrots, they leave them on a corner where the people who go in and don't have carrots, they can have it. So every time I go without carrots and I still feed the horses while my girls feed the horses. So it was right near that area. Like I knew where I was. Um, but again, it was like this is my home, this is my son's school, and this is where I went. Farther away instead of going closer. Latina, yes. School bus or carpool? I don't like my kids taking the school bus. I don't like the environment, and my son also doesn't want to. Um, so we'll see what happens. I know, right? We have a few crazy people here. What is one thing when you go out in public that guys judge you of not speaking on your personality. Nobody tells me anything, honestly. Well, let's correct that. Let's get deep in here. Let's have a seat first. Let's say hi to Andy L940. His life is so miserable that he feels like he can come to other people's live stream and try to make them feel bad for something that is beautiful and natural in them. Miserable people. Anyways, let's talk about the question that I got from Rolando. Was Rolando? Yeah. I don't think, I don't know how I will take this. Well, I guess it will be okay. I'm Puerto Rican and I live in the United States. And I will say there's huge, huge, huge cultural differences on, on both places. And Puerto Ricans are more um chill, are more, what are the words to explain it? Greetings from Puerto Rico. Hello. Puerto Ricans are like, hey, how you doing? Can you give me that water? Like, cabrón, hey, motherfucker. Like, cabrón in English will be like, hey, motherfucker, can you pass me that water? And yeah, toma, yeah, have it. Like, when we see each other, we like hug each other and give kisses. And in here, it's like, can you please pass me the water? Thank you. You know, and over here, when you see each other, you greet with a side hug. Like I just like hug you from the side. When in Puerto Rico, I just give you a hug and a kiss. And the personalities, the dynamic when you are talking is so different that when I was living in Puerto Rico, I would receive compliments all the time. Oh, you are actually you are so down to earth. You are so cool. I like you. Blah blah blah. And then when I moved to United States, you're so rude, you're disrespectful, you're ungrateful, and you're this. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And that's when the culture shock really hit me and understand. Like I remember at the beginning, I even felt so awkward because when people were greeting me, it feels like they're just in if you greet somebody that way in Puerto Rico, they will say, "Oh, she just greet me and she don't want to touch me." Like they greet you like on the side. It's like, "Oh, hi, sister," and they put the faces away from each other. When in Puerto Rico, we just hug in the front, like we see each other in the front and we just hug each other and we kiss in the cheeks. So I remember it became awkward, and that is female, female, female to male, and male to males. They were like half five, and they will give each other a hug. And here it's like you don't say hi to males, So I feel awkward. I feel I still have that thing in me to go and hug and kiss somebody when here they just hug you on the side. And I remember once I kissed this girl in the cheek, and I realized, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I hope she don't think I'm a weird person or anything like that." Because she was trying to give me a side hug, and then I go to hug her in the front and kiss her in the cheek. So it's true. I know. Yes, I will accept. Spin cultural differences for sure. Oh yeah, I enjoy Puerto Rico more than I enjoy Orlando. Puerto Ricans have this attitude of like they just like relax, there's no need of so much courtesy and all of that. There's no need to be thank you and please and all the time. Like, give me that water, that's how we are, you know And over here, if I tell a person, "Hey, give me that water," you're a rude person because you should have say, "Can you please pass me that water?" And as soon as that person passes you the water, you have to be like, "Thank you," you know. And it was hard. It was hard at first to understand what was going on. I wasn't seeing what was going on. And another thing they mislead is that, oh, I'm too flirty or whatever, when it's just how we are. Even if it's female with male, female with female, male with male, like it doesn't matter. We all treat each other the same. Like you can be with your girlfriend and I will like say hi to your girlfriend and I will say hi to you with a hug and a kiss in the cheek. And like that's courtesy, that's how we are. In here, they're like, hey, and the females are hugging you in the side. Hi, and I know it's a good thing here, and that's how it is here. But I feel like I'm hugging you like from the side, like hi, how like I'm forcing a hi. Does it make any sense? Um, isn't I don't think that is not that we don't like each other, but we are proud of who we are, and it is frustrating when they confuse you for something you're not. But I mean, my ex is Mexican and Cuban, and my daughter is Puerto Rican, Mexican, and Cuban. I have two half siblings that are Mexicans, so I honestly don't have any problem with that at all. Hi, but look into the side. Yes, like hi, like and apparently that's how you do it here. But to me, I still feel awkward when I hug somebody like that because to me, and again, this is a cultural thing that I'm still working with. To me, it feels like I'm just hugging you because I had knowledge of this. Because that's not how we are. That's not how I am. I like to hug you in the front, give you a good hug and a kiss in the cheeks, and like, how are you? And the energy as well. Like, Puerto Ricans are like, hey, how are you? And like all gestures and everything. And over here it's like, hi, how you doing? And it's like, I wanna scream. I wanna like a cold hug. Yes, that's how it feels. That I think that's the world. Mama, give me a mascara. Give me mascara. Please. I don't know if it's fake or it's simply how they are, that for them, that's what for me is like, yes, how are you doing? For them, it's like, hi, and for them, it's okay. And that's, you know, I don't think it's fake, but I don't know. Mommy, I want to ask you. Go tell Shannon to put you in Astia. I love your culture and mentality. Beautiful. Hello from Puerto Rico. Hello, Ivan. We're from Puerto Rico. I'm from Rincon, the capital of surfing. My favorite comida is mofongo. I haven't had mofongo in 2 years and I'm about to have a heart attack. I've been trying to find a Puerto Rican restaurant here in Gainesville, and I haven't been able to find it. Apparently, there was a food truck. I haven't been able to find it. I remember I saw somebody in a Gainesville group from Facebook that was asking the same question, like, where can I find Puerto Rican food? And everybody was recommending this food truck, but the problem is that where they're saying it is, I have gone there and I cannot find it. So I think they moved or they're out of business. Humacao y Trujillo Alto. I went to Humacao once, like over 2 decades ago. I went to the La Bahía Bioluminescente, however you call it. It was epic. That would be amazing doing that again. We jumped. It was nighttime and we jumped in. We went on kayaks and we were able to jump in the water and everything. Trujillo Alto, I don't know if I ever gone there. I need a mofongo. I need tostones. I need sofrito. I cannot find sofrito over here. I was gonna buy
I was checking email. I was gonna buy the ingredients this week and I completely forgot, so I can make my own sofrito. But I need the best sofrito. My aunt, she makes the best sofrito ever. I should ask her for the recipe. No, I thought it was Humacao. Oh, we stayed in Macau, but we drove to Fajardo. Because I remember I was like in high school, so it was with my parents. Because the Airbnb, I remember it was Humacao. We don't talk politics here. Where are you? Florida? Okay. So that has to be that we were in Humacao, but we drove to Fajardo. It was a 4-hour drive, I remember. Took forever. I mean, I was a teenager. Of course, it took forever. Did I remind you of recipes that you had in mind that you forgot? No. I was gonna do a live session, work session, and here I am yapping. I guess it's just luck. I need to write a vlog in my website so that way I can make a post. I really want to go back to that park we went yesterday, but I think I won't be able to go until next week. And when I'm thinking changing my hiking hours as well because it's getting really hot, and I'm hiking with my girls. So I might next week start changing my hiking hours, which means my live stream hours will also have to change. I'm thinking taking my son to school and going right then hiking because right now it is 80 something degrees. Like it is 81 degrees and it's only 10 a.m. So I think next week, actually, next week there's not even going to be school. So my schedule is going to completely change next week. So as soon as we wake up, we're going to go for a hike and then we can come home and work, live stream and everything. Hi, how are you? Hi, Samuel. I'm doing well. Feeling a little bit tired, but now that I'm yapping with you guys, I'm waking up. How about you? Okay, I love driving in the mountains, looking down how far the drop is. Bro, really? No, hell no. Hell no. I do not miss that shit. I do love driving in the mountains of the United States where there's beautiful views and not crazy roads that I'm afraid of my life. No. Like yesterday when I was driving, because as I said, the park, okay, I went out for a second. The park that I went yesterday was like first I have to pass the place that I go for of the horses place. Like I even told Chanel, I was like, Chanel, look, that's where we go to the horses. And she was like, yeah, I realized. Um, but I had to drive like 15 minutes more inside, and it was so pretty. The freaking trees. I've been obsessed. I'm obsessed with the trees here, you guys. They're so big, so green, like stunning. And all like I was driving and walking through this beautiful scenery, and the entrance of the park was gorgeous. I really want to go there again. They have cabins that you can either do camping over there or do cabins. It looked empty for camping, But every time I go to the website to check for camping, it always says that it's full. Everything is full. But they also have cabins. What even is holding hands again? I'm not sure if I understood that. Where are you? In Florida. I'm in Florida. Never say never. I knew that I wanted to move back to the United States, and I said Florida is the last state I will live at. And that was the first place I moved as soon as I left. And guess what? I was supposed to be here temporary. I was supposed to be here probably until January. Actually, it was until September. If I would have decided that I want to leave, we will have to be packing right now to leave on September. But then I was like, nope, I don't want that life. I don't want to leave. I love it here. And the reason, I had this vision of Florida, and I was so wrong. And this is your reminder to be a little bit more open minded and to not everything you think you know it's really what it is. Like the vision I have for Florida was like there's so many Latinos that I don't want. Like the reason why I wanted to move to the United States is because I wanted the American culture and living. I will say the one thing I don't like about Puerto Rico is that it's become values have gone down, respect have gone down. Um, it's all couples or partying, drinking, and hooking up with somebody else's person. Like there's no values and respect anymore. You know, you had to bang your friend's coworker boss person. Like why? Why? And then it's all about drinking or going to Airbnbs as couples and families, respect, friendship has gone to fucking shit. There's absolutely nothing to do with your kids. And here, the culture, it's more family oriented. There's a lot of things to do for free with the kids. Like everything I do, you guys, it's free. Everything. These parks that I have entered, most of them are free, and the ones that you have to pay, it's 4, $5 or $6, the most per vehicle, not per person. Like you pay $5 and you enter to a whole safe park with guided trails and picnic tables. You can take your own little um I think it's called wine cooler here in the US. You know, the thing with the ice. Like I just purchased one in Walmart that has little tires so that way I don't have to carry it. So I will pull that and I can do my own little barbecue over there. Take my blankets. They have playgrounds. All of those parks that you pay entrance, they always have playgrounds for the kids. Again, picnic tables, water views, springs, lakes, rivers, animals that you can see. We have seen snakes, squirrels, eagles, all type of birds, fish. Um, we saw this little thing that I keep forgetting the name in the water. Obviously, alligators. This is Florida. We have seen so many freaking animals. Yesterday, we saw a baby deer. We don't have those opportunities in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is all about Airbnbs in couples. Fuck the kids, leave them with the grandparents, and fuck the kids. Let's go party and get drunk. And America, again, it's more kids, family. There's every day. Like right now, I have a pile of papers that I need to sit down for June and fill my calendar of all the free activities that I can do with my children. Home Depot, Lowe's do free workshops, but they do it once a month. Home Depot does it the first month. The first Saturday of every month, they do a free workshop. You just go there. You have to reserve online, but I was doing it for a while, and I noticed every time I go in, they were not asked for my name or anything. Um, the Barnes and Nobles do free story time at 11 o'clock every Saturday. The libraries here do free activities two, three, 4 times a week. We have seen bats in the library, bunnies in the library. What was the other animal? There was another activity of animals in the library. They have once or twice a month on each library read with a dog. There's gonna be a person going with their dog, and kids can sit down and read stories with the dog and pet the dogs. They do games. They have a weekly video game teenager meetup that they do. Would they have weekly science experiments that they do? Like there is so much shit to do. For sometimes I don't even know which one to choose because the time's colliding. It's safe and it's free for kids. This Saturday I just passed, I went to the museum for fucking free, and they have free crafting, free face painting, petting zoo, all for free. I have family in Florida. I do have a lot of family here, but my best friend is like 2 hours away. My sister is 3 hours away. I'm far away from everybody. Yeah, Puerto Rico is not looking good, man. Like it's not even, and here too. Uh, how do you call it? Street rage, drive rage, whatever rage in the streets. It's horrible. If they beep at you, they scream something at you, you're just like, oh, hey, yeah, sure, sorry. Or you're gonna get shot. No, great. That sounds great for the kids. Yeah, actually, let me show you something. So I know that I mentioned kids, but it also applies for adults. Like there's activities that I just have fun because I have my girls and I can experience that with my girls, but it's for adults as well, you guys. Like there is a farm here that the beginning of every month they do this free, I don't remember how they call it, but it's like a prehistoric thing where people would dress like in the 1800s. The farm and the house is still conserved. That's a farm, and they have the house in there, and everything is conserved. And they dress up like I think I posted photos. I need to check the community here if I posted the photos because I remember when I started doing YouTube full time. I don't remember if it was before or after I went to that event, but they were doing everything like they used. Like they were teaching you how they would do laundry. They were teaching you how they will cook. Like we ate fresh biscuits made from the ovens of that time. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with that time. They were doing free activities for the kids. So it's a lot for adults as well. I would recommend you to check your cities. Um, Go to the city website and they have this free magazine, and over here they have all the activities, all parks. There is a plaza over here. They do free movies. They have free bands on Friday, live music, again for adults as well. The pool hours, everything for kids, sports. Summer now, it's coming, so they have all the camping for kids, after school programs, fishing. They go fishing for free, you guys. We haven't been able to do that yet. Um, um, so I'm gonna go through this and see like what it's good for me and the girls, especially now for summer. I'm trying to look for indoor activities for all the parks and activities, museums, free Friday concert series. This is the one I was telling. And again, this is for adults. All the festivals, you can find it over here. The American Story. When is this? March, April, May. The bad thing is that a lot of activities now, summers are gonna be off because of the freaking weather. So whatever I couldn't do this month, I'm gonna have to wait until September is when they start back. Free feeding animals in that farm as well every Wednesday. Oh, today. We should go to maybe weekend. It's gonna be so hot though. It's already hot. But I think today's gonna be yeah, today's the last Wednesday of May. So today's gonna be the last day to feed the animals. They feed pigs, chickens, sheep, cows, um, again for free. They also do like little expeditions where the kids can explore like the flowers. Oh, little, these are the sheep. We have fed them. It's called Morningside Nature Park. This is the farm that I said that they do the prehistoric stuff as well. And this is the sheep from there. I love this place. It's stunning. But yeah, they do like they take the kids and they show them like for me that I'm homeschooling, it's also amazing. They show the kids like the animals, their names. They show them about plants. Hello, Pa Ashu. My name is Samuel. You know that this is the first time I really know your name. I only know you as Other Bus. From the unmarried handsome Marco. Kids fishing. I don't even know how to fish. And you don't even have to have your own gear. They will provide you if you don't have any. Good morning, beautiful. How are you? I'm been outdoors. I'm an outdoors girl. Ah, I wish I could. Yesterday, I was seeing these houses with these big pieces of land, and all I could think was a farm with a garden. Look at this creep, James. People are creepy and weird sometimes. They did this thing, but I didn't know they were doing it, and we already missed two of the activities. But what I noticed is it's not giving me a website where I can go and check for the activities. Like the 1865 Addy, but where, when, and where is going to be this activity? So if the girls were able to collect all six cans, they will win prizes. But um, it doesn't say like where to go so I can see, okay, this day, this activity in this place, if it makes any sense. For kids, if you check these websites in Florida, they have one per county. So if you're in the Alachua County, you can check Alachua. If you're in Orlando, check Kids for Fun Orlando. And there you will find all activities, family activities, including adults, free and paying. Um, and the libraries will have a little pamphlet like this, where each library will show you their activities and when. However, every county has a few libraries. So there is a magazine that will show you all the libraries from that county and all the activities. Look all the flyers of activities I have. We have a Programa Hippie. This is free homeschooling for kids. This is a summer activity of 500 books before middle school. We have the crafts in the library. Science, technology, engineering, art, and math craft each event with a new science and art project. Twice a month. I need to add that. Kids Summer Art Show for ages 5 to 11. Story time. The library does story time as well for kids. They do story time and they do motor skills activities once a week. So that's two free activities for kids in the library. You can go for kids. Join the library district and our community organization to celebrate the start of summer at the library. And you're gonna get a free tote bag. When is this? When is this? So yeah, there's a lot. How are you? You have a lot. I have a lot. What? So this is spring, but this could also work for September, October, November. But again, during fall season, you can get another one. How old are you? Why are you asking a lady her age, bro? We got free activities to do with the kids. I got these. I'm homeschooling my daughter, so and I have a toddler. So they gave me the great. And we also got this. This is so cool because we can get it like with a brush, wet it, and color. So cool. Imagine your story. My toddler will have a blast with this. We also got a few coloring pages. This is so cute. I cannot wait to color this. They did a free like princess crown. They did a free magic one. My toddler calls it magic. Where is magic? Depot is spread. Your free ticket for fun. What is this? Oh, Depot card. That park is beautiful and huge, and it has so much. This is so cool. Okay. So again, you can go to the website of your local town or check around. Okay. I think when you were young, you were beautiful. I think that. Wait, are you calling me old and ugly now? I know, right? I'm confused. Oh, thank you. I wrote a joke, never believing ghosts. Then my girlfriend stopped texting me back. Mm, maybe she did not want to text you. Okay, you guys, I need to work. Okay, I want to write a vlog. This is my office. Is it not okay? I need to write a blog. I want to write about rice because the other day I was doing groceries and I was gonna buy rice. It didn't have. Oh, it is like that, and they didn't had jasmine rice. They had regular rice, and I was like, ah, bummer. I guess I'm gonna have to buy regular rice. And then it hit me the question. I was like, okay, I know, like when you follow health and wellness and fitness people, um, is it true? What the fuck? Why people always say that in the live stream? I notice it's a trend now to say that about people to cut attention. Are you lacking attention, Peter? What I was saying anyway. I forgot what I was saying with this dude trying to grab attention, and he got it. Oh yeah, that's right. So he emails, okay, I know it's healthier, but why? Why is jasmine rice healthier than regular rice? Let me delete this attention grabber right here. You really had 4 kids? Yes, I did. I do. My oldest just left the house. Ungrateful ass left my home. There. Talking about that, I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting perspective. Again, here we go with perspective again. Because I have two boys, they're only 1 year apart. They live the same exact experiences. Like they both live the same experiences as me as a single mom, same school, same family. They're from both. They have they both have same dad, obviously, and mom, so same family members. So when they will go with their dad, they work together, having the same experience and everything. And the way that they are and see me as their mom is the same. I just got the cheapest computer out there. This is a $400 laptop and works amazing. So, anyways, my oldest decided that I'm a terrible mom and be ungrateful and call me names and hit me. While my other child is like, "You're the best mom in the world. What are you talking about?" I received compliments with about from him, and he even like he couldn't even sleep on Mother's Day because he did not want to miss making breakfast for me in the morning. How was your night? It was okay. I'm trying to debate if I had a good sleep or not. I need this table that you can like put in here because this is uncomfortable. Basically. Anyway, going back to the ride, I figure let's make a vlog about ride. Um, I used to work cleaning. I used to work like in Airbnb. Like my before Airbnb was a thing, my dad was doing it, and yeah, I will clean the apartment. I actually got this. Some guests left it. Then you got me thinking about what is what happened? Well, so know what? Did you feel blanket? You need help? Give me 1 second. Boy, boy. Uh, it is. Love Sublime has on the cover. What are you working on? I'm writing a blog. Are you wearing bro? You really are beautiful. We don't have one of those in here. Peace is Islam. I'm writing a blog So usually what I would do is like write whatever is on my mind, like, and then I would like first we do the brain dump. We do the brain dump, and then what? Yeah, I first do brain dump, and then I will go like deep research and write or share whatever I want, and then I will go to ChatGPT and I will copy paste everything over there so it can fix my grammar because English is everything I do is in English and my main language is English. So I I do a lot of grammar mistakes or I use sentences wrong. Like one easy example could be I confuse a lot when to use in, on, at. I use those little words wrong. If it makes any sense. So I'm just doing the brain dump and get started from there. My thought process. Like the other day, I was in the grocery store and I realized I didn't have any, um, they didn't have jasmine rice, so I purchased regular rice, and then it got me thinking. Like, wait a minute, I know jasmine it's healthier. Like healthy gurus and fitness gurus teach you to purchase jasmine over regular, but why? Why is jasmine healthier than regular? And like, let's go and do a deep dive into why this is considered better. Let's and like the intro of like why I decided to write about this blog. Hi now. Really like your jersey. It was a free gift from my guests. People leave outfits. You know what is the funniest thing is that the tops that I get the most compliments about are the ones that my guests left in the Airbnbs. Sadia Sofia. Is that your name or from Istanbul? Nice to meet you. Today is a Muslim holiday. What holiday are you celebrating? Like there is white, jasmine, brown, basmati, wild, and more different types of rices. Like it's so confusing. I don't have any opinion about Islam. Really. The other day I was in my grocery shop. I was grocery shopping and minding my business, grabbing my usual jasmine rice, and guess what? There was none. So I stood there, staring at the rice I saw, like I held the secrets of the universe wondering. Wait, what actually the difference between regular rice and jasmine rice. Because if you spend any time in helping with the space, you'll probably heard people say jasmine rice is cleaner, white rice is bad, brown rice is healthier, never eat white carbs, blah blah blah. And honestly, some of that advice is oversimplified at best and fear-based at worst. So let's break this all The way down, like girlfriends having coffee, except with science. Because rice is one of the most eaten foods in the world for a reason. And yes, it absolutely can fit into your healthy lifestyle. I am not a big fan of brown rice. I have tried it, but I don't know. I can't. What happened? You want the chocolate? Ah, Monduris. Okay. Oh, uh, what is it about exactly? I'm eating Swiss cheese and grapes right now. I'm just having a green drink right now. It has probiotics, prebiotics, 11 digestive enzymes. It has all the nutrients and supplements and whatever you need to build, help your body keep building collagen. And it also has a blend of 13 fruits and veggies, which means antioxidants and all the goodies. Mm. And I added energy fit sticks. Hi, Roman. I'm doing well today. I was feeling a little bit tired, but now that I'm yapping with you guys, we're feeling better. I'm actually working right now and yapping with you. I'm double working. I'm working on my YouTube and I'm working on my website. I'm writing a blog. Stand up for a sec. This is not the live stream for that, Bobby. Keep scrolling. Hello, stress from the Lone Star State. What state is that? I don't know. Texas. Oh, you're right. The one star state. Yeah. Hello from Texas. My best friend was there for a couple of years and she just left Texas to live in Virginia. And it's funny because she hated Texas. She hated it. She cannot wait until she will leave Texas and blah blah blah. And now that she's in Virginia, she's like hating Virginia, want to go back to Texas. And I'm like, I thought you hated it. And she's like, I thought that too. Oh my gosh. And she always will talk about Colorado. I think you know what? I'm just realizing she's having an issue with moving and she's going back to comfort, aka known. I'm a neuroscience future neuroscience coach, so Because when she was in Texas, she used to live in Colorado, and she would talk wonders about Colorado and how she hates Colorado and how much she hates Texas. Now she's in Virginia, and now it turns out that you know what? I actually do like Texas. I just said I want to go back. Turkey was delicious, molasses, and sugar. I am really hoping that one day I can go to the other side of the world because I have never been in the other side of the world. How sad is that? I've been wanting to go visit Texas. Is it Texas? Yeah, it's Texas. No, I might be confusing. The place where these people from the Fixer Upper, the silos. I want to go to the silos. I heard that if you boil rice and then throw the water out, the starch amount of the rice will go down significantly. So rice isn't automatically good or bad. It's just the context. Your body, your health goals, your digestion, your activity levels. White rice versus brown rice. This one I know. What's the real? This one I know. This is annoying me. I need something else. I So the white rice has had the outer bran and John removed, leaving mostly the starchy centers and the fat. That means softer texture, faster cooking, easier digestion, longer shelf life. But it also means less fiber and fewer natural vitamins. Can you hear those thingies? I wonder what the hell are they? Are they grasshoppers or what? Hi. Good morning. It is still morning. So is brown rice automatically better? Not necessary. This is why wellness culture gets dramatic. This is interesting. White rice, not brown. Typically, you hear how brown rice is healthier than white. However, white rice might be better if you have digestive sensitivity, IBS, gut inflammation, need a easy to digest carbs, need fast post workout carbs, low appetite, and recovering from illness because less fiber, easier to digest. So healthier doesn't always mean more nutrient dense. Sometimes healthier mean what supports your body best right now. Yeah. I remember when I started to eat jasmine rice, I couldn't handle the flavor, and now it's like it tastes like nothing to me. You really get used to flavors. When you're trying something new, especially if you're trying to like have a healthier habit, give yourself time because change, our bodies are designed to resist change because change means unknown. Unknown means we don't know if we're safe. Our brains are still programmed in the age of the caveman, and when you were a caveman, you needed to be paying attention to your surroundings all the freaking time to be able to be safe, you know? So you don't know if you're gonna get attacked by a snake, a lion, So you needed to constantly be in fight or flight. We still work that way. So when we try to do change, it's unknown. We don't know. We don't know if we're safe here. We don't know what's going on. So no, let's go back to what we know because that way it's safe. Something we need to realize is that we are programmed for two things: survive and reproduce. Your brain doesn't give a hot dog if you're happy, if you're successful, if you're rich, if you're healthy. All it cares is keeping you alive. So even when you are gonna make a change that it's better for your life, if you're making a change that is gonna make you happier, richer, better financially, you're still going to struggle to make that change because your brain wants to take you back to what it knows. Okay, you're not happy, but you're alive. So let's stay here because we know here we're safe. We are alive here. So when you're trying to make a change, you will resist it at first. So and that goes with health changes. Like if you wanna have a healthier diet, you're going to have to fight yourself to make that change because again, we want to go to the known. And eventually it turns out fine. Like when I try to change regular dairy milk for almond milk, I couldn't handle it. I hated it. And now it's like it's hard for me to do the opposite. I love my almond milk and I don't like the regular dairy. Or the rice situation when I started to do jasmine rice. At the beginning, I hated it. It had this weird flavor that I was not happy with, and now it turns out that it tastes normal to me. For me, it tastes exactly like regular rice when before it used to have a weird flavor. It's all a matter of getting used to things. So jasmine rice is amazing for pre-workout, post-workout, glycogen replacement. It's amazing for athletes and it's amazing for high activity lifestyles. Quick carb, faster energy. Number two, it's easier for digestion. Compared to super fibrous carb sources, jasmine tends to feel lighter. Many bodybuilders choose it because less bloating, predictable digestion, and easy to meal prep. It has a neutral flavor, so if you want to make chicken, salmon, veggie, stir fry, meal prep, done. Jasmine rice is not magically healthier than white rice. It's just often practical for certain goals. That's a huge difference. Basmati Basmati rice has slightly lower glycemic impact than jasmine because they have different starch structure. So if you're trying to manage your blood, so if you're trying to manage your blood sugar, basmati rice might be better for you than white rice, other white rice variety. Interesting. Wild rice, surprise, surprise, is really not rice. Plot twist. Wild rice is technically a grass seed. Nutritionally, it offers more protein, more fiber, more antioxidants, and more minerals. We like that. Great for fullness, blood sugar balance, and vitality. But texture is chewer and cooking takes long. Black rice. The fancy antioxidant queen. Black rice equals nutrient powerhouse. I don't think I have seen black rice around. It contains an anthocyanins, antioxidant family found in the blueberries. Potential benefits of black rice, antioxidants, fiber, minerals, slower digestion. But it has a stronger taste, it is more expensive, and it takes longer to cook. Oh, UK, Wales. Hi, hi. Rizzo, take your weird ass fetish shit out of my channel. Hey guys, welcome. My name is Stephanie. We talk everything health, wellness, entrepreneurship, lifestyle, hiking, cooking, parenting, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Be quiet. You be quiet. Look at this idiot telling me what to do. All those veggies and even more pimples. Luca Brasiole, another miserable human being in my live stream. I love how miserable people try to make other people miserable, but you're not gonna wait, sweetie. You got dumped. Is that why you're miserable? Are you alone? Because miserable people are always gonna be alone. That more on your neck looks like a marble. Is that supposed to be an insult? Don't listen to him. You're amazing. Thank you. Oh, I know I am. One thing about being in this industry is that you have to learn to have thick skin. Jocelyn es una puerca that needs to be black, cochina, cerda. Entonces, your eyebrows look like they hate each other. Let's block this miserable human being. Good vibes. There we go. Hi. He has nothing to do. He's mad. The word has been mine to him. But when you see those type of people, that's what you wonder. Like you can tell, okay, he's miserable. He's probably alone and has nobody. But now you know why. And it's sad. It's sad that there's. It's sad that there are humans like that. I'm never alone. All the voices in my head keep me company. Be very careful with what type of voices you have in your head. White rice generally rise blood sugar faster than whole grain rice. But the blood sugar response will depend on the whole meal. Rice alone will spike your blood sugar faster, but if you have it with protein, healthy fats, fiber veggies, much different story. So if you're gonna have rice and you wanna keep your blood sugar stable, make sure that you have it with something like salmon, avocado, broccoli, and your rice. You will have a complete different metabolic response than you have in a bowl of rice, plain bowl of rice. They hate their life. Yeah, they do. I noticed, like, if you really look at it, the people that are miserable are the ones that are always bullying or whatever. Like, if a person is happy, they treat people right, and they even in their own world. You know what I mean? They don't have this need to go to you and look for gossip, look for trying to, like, how do you call it, gaslight you. There's another word, rage bait you. Like, happy people don't do that. And that's how you know what, the way they treat you, you know when to ignore them, because you know they're just unhappy and they don't know how to handle their miserable life. James, get out of here. He's having a weird fetish situation over there. How are you today? I'm well. I'm working on a vlog right now. Woo! Weight loss comes down to calorie balance, protein intake, movement, sleep, consistency, hormones, and stress. We always thinking that weight management always has to do with what you eat, and it's not what you eat. It's the calorie intake, the protein intake, the movement, sleep patterns, stress management, consistency, hormones. Brown rice has more arsenic, is that how you spell it, than the white one, because arsenic concentrates in the bran. Interesting. Now, this doesn't mean panic. Practical. Oh, the arsenic. That's what it was. I know I was reading an article about rice the other day, and if you boil the rice and then you discard the water and then put new water and then let the rice to cook, it's going to take the arsenic. It was not the corn, the starch. It was the arsenic out. Dime. I just wanted to check on you. Mm. You miss me? Look at my flaca. I love you. Me more. Sure. Is that arsenic? I hope I'm spelling it right. Are you wearing flip flops? Are you a food fetish dude? What's going on? Where are you? In my balcony? I want diet and workout me. Huh? My favorite conqueror. You guys don't forget to like, subscribe, and ask any health and wellness related questions. Okay, so if you want, when it comes to rice, if you want fast energy, easy digestion, and workout fuel and gentle carb source, you should definitely go for white slash jasmine rice. However, if you're looking for more fiber, to be fuller, slower digestion, and more micronutrients, that's when you should try brown rice. For basmati, if you want something more delicious flavor, if you want a fluffier texture, or if you want potentially gentler blood sugar response, that's when you should go for basmati. And if you want nutrient dense antioxidants, a variety, and more protein and fiber, then you can try black or wild rice. So instead of asking what is healthier, you can ask what supports my goals. Everybody goals are different. So does this support my goal? What supports my digestion? What makes balanced eating sustainable? And what can I actually enjoy consistently? Wellness is not about fear, it's about informed choices. And honestly, sometimes you have to be right with someone, and that is exactly the healthy meal your body needs. Bye. Did you clean your hand? Oh, you have not cleaned your hand. Okay, I'm liking that it's getting cloudy and I might be able to do a hike today. Brazil, hello. I'm not sure what the question is. Can you tell me suggestion that slow workout best? And number two, normal, fast, best. Who is best workout? I don't understand the question. But what I would say is when it comes to recommending workouts, it will be the same that I just, as I mentioned with the rice. Instead of asking which one is healthier or which one is best, ask yourself which one works better for me. Because not everybody likes the same, not everybody prefers the same, not everybody has the same amount of time. And I can tell for me personally, I will always, always, always prefer straight training, dumbbells, not machines. For me personally, but maybe for you, you prefer machines. Maybe you prefer kickboxing class, Pilates, yoga, or you prefer to be outside in nature. Like right now, I have the option of walking on a treadmill, or I have the option of walking outside on a hike on a real trail. I prefer taking my girls, take the scooters, and have them running outside in nature, and that way they're being active. So I will say, what is the best for you? You know, what do you prefer? Surfing. My sister loves surfing. Do you prefer go skating, roller skating, running bicycle? Do you prefer what sports can you do? Basketball, soccer. It keeps you active. It keeps you moving. You know, it's not just like exercise when it comes to exercise to be healthy, because also it depends on your goals, right? If you're looking to be healthy, not shredded. If you want to be shredded, then you have to do straight training. But if you're looking to be healthy, all you have to do is move your freaking body and challenge yourself. Again, sports, baseball, basketball, soccer. I would say football, but I won't say football because football is horrible for your brain health. Um, Roller skating, again, biking, um, walking in trails, hiking, swimming. Go to a river, go to a spring, go to a pool, swim, ocean. There's so many activities too that will help you stay healthy on a way that it's fun. Yoga, Pilates. I closed this. No. Oh, I remember how I can restore. I remember. I have a gajillion tabs open and I just closed all of them. History. And the same goes with the blog I'm writing about white rice versus brown rice versus just jasmine rice. Like instead of asking yourself what is the healthier option, ask yourself what works for me, my goals, my health goals. Okay. Please stay cloudy. Hi. Good morning. Hello, you look great today. Oh, thank you. I feel horrible today, you guys. My mood got a little bit better now, but I feel horrible today. I didn't sleep well. Don't know why. I've been feeling it's I know my hormones have been all over the place because I stopped I haven't worked out as much lately, and my diet has not been the best. I was also on my girl days, so I felt it. Energetically wise, I felt it. My face started breaking out, and when I'm stressed, I cannot stop picking on my face. So I didn't do makeup today. My hair is up. I'm just focusing on working on my blog today. That's my goal. Whatever, you look great today. Thank you. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be back. Mom duties, mom duties. We're back. Mom duties. Okay. You're welcome, Mama. Her little magic finger broke. Whatever. Yes. She made this magic. wand in the museum the other day. And it broke. I'm buying my glasses next week, you guys. I'm so excited. I really, really needed my glasses. I hope they still have it by the time I go there and they don't, we're like, ah, she's never coming. Let's just take it out. You know what I mean? Hello from the other side. Hello from the other side. It's almost noon. I the sun is coming out. I don't wanna. Mm. It looks smaller. Hi guys. Hi everybody. How's everybody doing midweek? How are we in midweek already? What I can say is I am finger crossed this is the last week of school. The calendar said until Tuesday, but I'm hopeful it's gonna be until Friday. Gosh, I wish I didn't even have to take lessons till Friday. It's crazy because I remember last summer when I was dying for school to start so that way I can have like a routine. But now it's come to the point of exhaustion and now I need a break again. Karen, how is it going? It's going well. I am exhausted, but it's because I'm in those my hormones are all over the place. I was in my lady week and I've been tired, exhausted. I haven't done my hikings. Hikings have been essential for my mood. Yesterday I tried, but I did a little mistake on my calculation. My math did not math. And when I finally made it to the place, I only had a 10-minute walk before I had to leave. And I'm like, what hell goal am I achieving with a 10-minute goal walk? But it was my mistake. I made a mistake. I will eat and right after that I will work out. I don't know if it's good to eat work out right after that. I need to do that's a good blog search or post search topic. When is the best way to eat before and after a workout? because your food needs to digest. It needs time for digestion. But if you're working out, then you're not giving your body the time that it needs to digest. For what I know. On top, you're gonna have stomach ache, right? And after you work out, there's different controversies. Some people say you should work between 60 minutes because some shit that goes inside your body. There's a person who said it doesn't give a matter. Don't give a fuck. Just as long as you eat after you work out, doesn't matter how long it takes between one another. But scientifically, I did heard the reason why it is recommended. I just don't remember to eat within an hour. You have the most 60 minutes to eat protein. It has to do with the amount of time that your muscles are gonna start repairing, something about sugar and whatever. I don't understand your questions, honestly. And I thought I already answered something like that. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. Smell is strawberry jelly I made. Oh, oh. How has it been? I have a story about my hike yesterday at Amman. Is that how you say your name? It was an epic fail. Well, kind of. It was kind of a fail. Good things still happen. DJ, okay. So I left the live stream to go hiking yesterday. My math did not math. I'm telling you, my hormones this last week has been killing me. So usually when I do hike, I will check how do you call it? I usually check the location so that way I'm making sure two things. A, how far it is, because if it's 40, 50-minute drive, I'm not gonna do it. And B, where is it located, aka nearby my son's school. So example, this is my home and this is my son's school. And when I checked the hike, it said 30 minutes. And I was like, that's perfect. That's the most I'm willing to drive, 30 minutes. Unless I'm willing to leave earlier. But yesterday I even left the house late because I was live streaming. I left the house super late on top of everything. So it's a 30-minute drive. But then when I start driving, I realized that I am home, my son's school, and instead of driving towards this area, I'm driving towards this area. So even if it's only 30 minutes, it's 30 minutes plus the amount of time from here to here. So I was like, oh, I might have screwed up. But I was already in the middle of the highway, so I couldn't stop and check and change plans at last minute. So I was like, let's just give it a try. Let's trust the universe. I freaking made it to the park. It was easy. It didn't feel like it took me long or anything. But luckily something told me check the GPS because this is something I like to do. As soon as I make it to the hike, I will check the GPS and I will put my son's school so that way I know how long is the drive because it will help me to know when to leave. If it's 15 minutes from my location to the school, then I can leave 15 minutes before he gets out. If it's a 10 minute, I can leave 10 minutes. I'm thinking it's gonna be 35-ish minutes. It was 50 minutes away from my son's school. And when I checked the time, I had 1 hour before my son gets out. So from that hour minus 50 minutes, it was only 10 minutes. I drove all the way, wasted my gas for nothing because it was only a 10-minute hike that I had able to do. So yeah, I was frustrated at first, but luckily the river was right near the parking lot, so we were able to see the river, walk in the bridge. But I said it was not totally epic fail because we still saw the river. It was a beautiful place. We're definitely going back next week. It was gorgeous, 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 and we got to see a baby reindeer. I saw a reindeer like almost 2 years ago when I moved here, but I haven't been able to see any reindeers at all. And my daughter didn't saw it, so I did saw it once, but my daughter didn't. And yesterday she almost cried when she saw it. She was like, she was the one that, sorry, she was the one that found it. She was like, and I'm like, speak. Well, I knew she was seeing something, but she's, and I'm like, what are you seeing and where? Like, I'm trying to figure out where she's looking until she screamed, baby reindeer. It was so cute. I did post a picture of it on the thread. And today I'm gonna make a reel about the park. But yeah, I couldn't do basically my that I didn't walk shit yesterday. What 200, 300 steps? Yesterday was an epic fail. But then I'm like, it was really not an epic fail because we got to see a baby reindeer, and that was the cutest thing ever. Is this dude seriously still here? I swear he has a weird fetish thing. James, take your fetish bullshit out of here. Look at this question. Why you are face pimples? Like, what fucking question is that? What a pretty cool story. It is a story. I drove to that epic. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I really want to go back, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do my hiking this week. Um, because I truly don't have gas, and if I go hiking, it has to be on my way. And I do have two trails that are on my way, three, but they're not shaded. And it's getting like 95 degrees outside. So imagine me walking with two girls at 95 degrees on the sun. It's not gonna be fun. So this is why I'm praying it stay cloudy. Like it's been coming in and out, in and out. So I'm like, please stay cloudy so that way I can do a walk because my mental health really needs it. Okay, you became from asking good questions to becoming a bully, and literally, I'm gonna block you, dude. Luckily, I have a good self-image, self-esteem, and I'm not gonna like feel offended. But there are people out there that might have triggers, might have, feel certain way about certain situations that they have no control of. And if somebody is reading your comments, you might be triggering them on a way that is not nice. So when you make a comment on somewhere, you should not just think about to who you're making that comment, but you should take in consideration. It's called being a human. The other people that might see this, like if there's somebody that truly is struggling with skin problems, you will be triggering them really bad. There are many reasons why people have pimples, and it has nothing to do with eating. A, I'm a woman and I get my period. And I've been very clear in this live stream a few times already that I've been on my period week. and I've been in deep pain. In deep pain. I've been very low energetically. I have not feel well. I have not eaten healthy this week because again, I have not felt well. I am very low energy because it's something that I cannot say, hey, let's not have my period. It's Mother Nature, big head. And when a female is gonna have her days, they get sometimes pimples in their face. And the problem is not just the pimples, it's just all the healthy habits. It's the reactions you have towards them. By example, if I'm stressed, I'm gonna be picking on my face. So I can have a pimple and you're not gonna notice, like right now I have here and you cannot see it unless I start unconsciously picking on it, and then I'm going to ruin my face. And if I was a person who was conscious about this, and I was a person who's been hard on myself for picking on my face, for doing this, and I have a mental, emotional thing according to what how my face looks, you will be triggering me really bad. So if I was you, don't ever pick on a person's physical appearance because you don't know if that's triggering for that person or the person reading. I don't give a fuck about what you say. I'm very confident in my body. I'm very confident in my skin. But I will say there are people out there that will not have thick skin like I do, and you might be triggering them. So you need to be nice and don't ask stupid ass questions. Get well soon, I'll be dreaming for you. Yeah, I have fibroids, so it makes my periods way harder. My periods are very, very strong. Like sometimes I don't even go out because I will be like it will be getting out of control. And I remember it's been a few embarrassing times where yeah, I didn't know that my clothes were stained and I was walking around the grocery store with my stained clothes. So um sometimes it's hard and I cannot control it, and sometimes it's very painful, it's very annoying, and it does mess up with my hormones. And if you're feeling extremely tired, you are bleeding your guts out, and you are low energy, you might not be inspired to cook healthy during those days. I'm a health and wellness coach, I already know all of that. When I get mine every time, I don't go anywhere. I can do anything. I throw up. I can. Oh wow. Yeah, I know there's ladies that have it way worse than me. I used to have a really really good stable um period. Like it will come every 28 days. It had like the own, like it was stable. I would know everything. But I will say I might be wrong, but after I got this on 2020, everything changed. Everything changed. It got out of control. I started to bleed very heavily. I started to have like big clots. I never had that. Um, it was really really bad. I started to have pain. I used to never have pain. I was having it for 2 3 weeks. Sometimes it would last 4 weeks when I was staining and having to wear something. And then I found out that I have fibroids all over my cervix, and that's why it is like that. But it comes and goes. It's I will be doing good for a few months, and then suddenly my face broke out, my energy went literally to the floor. It's very painful. But I never experienced like to the point where I throw up. I cannot imagine how that is. but it is so like I go eye on my iron pills. What is the question mark? Oh, because it is so liquid. Like you will think I am peeing when it's just blood, like liquid dripping like that, and so heavy that sometimes I get scared. Sometimes I'm like worried if I need to go to the hospital because I know it's not normal. And sometimes it will be like big clots and clots and clots, and it's scary. Girl, you're strong. Thank you. We have to pay attention to make sure it's not like way too out of normal. And I had to do a lot of research about it, and this is why I've been trying to be more outside with the mother nature because we are so disconnected and it is so healing. I try to take my shoes off as much as I can to ground. I touch the trees. I'm trying to eat more healthy, but as soon as I start eating healthy again, I'm going to my baking obsession because I'm a baker. I actually graduated in cooking school in baking. It is not healthy. So now I'm trying to figure out how I can have a balance of having my baked goods, but still like be healthy again. Cause like I think I don't like, and I have kids, so it you can feel the worst. You can be dying on your bed, and you still gonna have to get your ass up and provide to your kids. Mommy, I'm hungry. How can you tell a 3-year old I'm in pain? Get whatever you want in the pantry. I cannot do that. I have to get out. The other day, my daughter noticed. She was like, "Mommy, are you okay?" She's 9. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And she's like, "You look like you feel bad, like you're in pain or something." And I was like, "Well, I do feel horrible. I'm on my period." And at least she's on that age where she knows and she can try to help me. So when my baby one was like trying to have something, she was like, I'll do it, Mom, I'll do it. And she will help her little sister to do things. Have you tried sourdough? It's the bread. Yes, I changed regular bread for sourdough bread, which, by the way, I think I ruined my sourdough. If you're new, last Monday, not this Monday, the Monday from behind, damn, I tried my first sourdough starter, and I think I ruined it because it did not glue. It did not glue. I saw so many videos on YouTube that said you did not have to discard, so I started to not do the discard, and it was not growing. There it is, and I'm going to do. I usually cook live stream, but today here I'm working on the computer and I haven't cooked. But I've been cooking every day, live streaming, um, sharing the journey of getting back into. I feel like we lost the love and passion for cooking, and now it's like easy, quick, simple, and like the beauty of home cooking has gone to shit. So I've been trying to get back into that, and this is why I'm telling you now that I'm getting back into cooking and trying to do it like from scratch and healthy. I'm also baking, and I tried the sourdough, but I need to try. I want to start making my own bread, which is gonna be a challenge, and it's gonna take me a few tries. But if I ruin my sourdough starter, then my bread is obviously gonna be ruined. Smelty and what this one and all right. I did it wrong.
ever since I moved here, I've been wondering what are those things that you hear. Yeah, it's just a there. With sourdough starter, you hear both. You hear, oh, it is so easy to start with. And you also hear the other people that say, oh, it's so hard, it's so difficult. I ruined like a bunch of them before I finally got it. So I was like, I don't know if it's easy or hard, but there's only one way to know. There's only one way to know. And then you have the people who says you need to do the discard, you need to do this, and then you have other videos where it says you don't need to do the discard. You don't. So which one it is? Well, there's only one way to know by doing it. So I started to doing it without the discard because it should be easier and less messy. So we'll see if it works or not with the discard. I'm still gonna try a recipe with it and we'll see. We'll see how quickly. Happy to be with you. Me. Oh my god. Ah, tired. Should I add the onions or not? Yeah, it's a little bit of onions. Where are your kids? They're in the room watching TV. My oldest left the house to live with his dad in Puerto Rico. Um, the second one is in high school. My third one, she is homeschooling. And then I have a 3 year old. The homeschooling one is in her bedroom, in the tablet. Learning about Egyptian. She's getting, we're focusing on one class at a time. And my toddler is over there watching cartoons. How's the new year going, huh? Dude, we almost in June. What are you talking about? Like half of the year is gone. Okay, I need to go eat something. Let me. I'm gonna make me a protein shake. I'm gonna make a meal replacement, not just any protein shake. Okay, brown rice tends to contain more arsenic because arsenic concentrates in the. Okay.
See, I forget like at comas. I have a neighbor who is coughing. Try to get her how do you call it? Her flame out, and she cannot take it out. And I was paying attention if she was gonna spill it down the balcony, and I was gonna see a nasty ass spit going down, but she went inside. Okay. What is your opinion about cell phones on kids? Um, I think they shouldn't. My boys did not had their phones until 2 years ago when I moved to the United States, and they were like 13 and 14 when they had their phone. Um, yeah, they were 13 and 14, and I did it because we moved to the U.S. We were new here. We don't have family. We don't have friends. Um, I am alone, and I needed a way to be able to communicate with them and let them know if something happens. Um, and yeah, and then they started to go to different schools as well. So they were like in Puerto Rico, they were in the same school, so they will be able to have each other. What, mommy? You need help? You need help with your blanket? She's. I'll be back. All right, we're back. Yeah, you can hear the whole thing in here, and like she's like trying to take it out, and couldn't. She couldn't take it out. It sounded like the one upstairs, and I was like, "Don't tell me I'm gonna see a nasty ass blob going down there." But she went inside. But yeah, that's when I gave them their phones. My 9 year old has a tablet, and we are constantly monitoring her photos, her videos, her friends, her brother is always watching what she's playing and everything. And she can only have certain games. She cannot have other type of games. Um, and her tablet is connected to my account, so I will know everything she's doing. That yeah, today nowadays kids from very, very early. Like I have seen kids from kindergarten with their phones, and I'm like, they don't need that phones at their age. Um, at kindergarten, the teachers are very pain. In elementary school, well, at least here in the U.S., elementary schools it's very, but they very strict and pay a lot of attention to to the kids. They don't let them go just like that. Even when it's a parent pickup, even when they know a mom, unless I don't have the permission slip, I wouldn't be able to take them. Um, what else? Um, yeah, I think elementary school, no. Middle school depends on the circumstance. Again, like by example, I had my 9 year old. It's very traumatic. Doctor's appointments with her, right? So she needed to get her teeth fixed, and she would not let us. So I had to drive 2 hours to another town to go take her to get anesthesia. They will put her to sleep so they could fix her teeth, right? Well, obviously it was unexpected. It was longer drive than I thought. It took way longer the doctor appointment, and then it came to the point where I was not gonna make it on time to pick up my kids in school, the boys. But that time my other son was still here, so I had to call them and say, "Hey, I'm gonna be late. Stay around school, stay whatever." I knew one of them there is extended school hours, so I knew there were still gonna be students and faculty in the school. So I was like, "That's fine. I'll just stay and wait." The other one, however, I did need to figure out what to do with him. So I called the school, and the school has this little community center nearby. And the parents that cannot pick up students, they will sign a slip where the students they will all remain together. And at a certain time, then the teachers will allow them all together to go to the community center. So I had to call the school and let the school know that I was late and like what do I need to do to call the community center. So at last minute I called the community center, I explained my situation, and they allow him to go, and they say, okay, when you come back you can fill the paperwork and everything. But I also needed to maintain communication with my son to tell him, hey, I'm not gonna pick you on time. You going to the community center. I already called, they're waiting for you. I already called the school not going. So for those type of situations, I'm very glad I did have the phone because they're already big. Um, and I want to make sure that if anything happens, they are gonna be able to communicate. Like, what if something happens to me and they cannot find me? You know, they need to be able to communicate with family members, their dad, my parents, sisters, to help them, even if they're in another country. But I did make sure to put like all important people's phone numbers in their phone, so that way if they cannot find mommy, they know where to reach and what to reach. Um, and I'm very lucky that because I waited so late to give them phones, they're not phone addicts. Like my oldest, I fight with him for him to take the phone because it come to a point where we were wasting money on the phone because he was not taking the phone. Like I was trying to communicate with him, like it did happen once. I was trying to call him because I was late and I couldn't find him, and we had a fight about that. There was another time he get out earlier and he needed to find me and he couldn't call me. I mean, good news is he's in school, so he called me from the office, but you get the point. And it was a fight because he was not taking his phone with him. And I was like, we bought you a phone so we can communicate with each. I didn't got you a phone. He's like, for what? I didn't use it. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm happy you don't use it. But the phone is for when there's an emergency. Emergencies is not something you're gonna have every single day. Emergency is something you're gonna have once every I don't know how many months. That's why you have a phone. And yeah, it became fights and fights until he finally realized that hey, I needed to take my phone with me. And as soon as he would be home, he would throw the phone because he was always playing video games on his laptop with his friends. And my other son is pretty much the same. They're not. really on Instagram. I know one of them is in TikTok and he's just watching video game shit. I have to say I'm very lucky with my boys. I'm very grateful too. Um, they never go out with friends. They don't have well, I mean they don't even have friends. They don't go to friends' houses. They don't leave the house at all. They are always home with me. Um, they're not on Facebook. They're not on Instagram. I know one of them does have TikTok, but again, he's just always watching and posting his video game. He likes to play games, and he's just posting his game videos. He's always showing me and talking me about the video games he sees on TikTok and all that stuff. Um, my oldest, like, we have group chats, and he will never reply or never reply to your messages. Like, that's another fight. Answer to me. Wait a minute. What happened? Mommy, tell me. Oh my god! What is that? Oh my gosh! I'm scared of me. It's a deer spider. Oh, is that a spider? Yeah. Oh no! Don't blame me. Oh no! She flew away from me. So I'm very grateful for that part. Thank you, mommy. You're welcome. I fight with them. Find friends. Go visit friends' house. Like I'm like, dude, get out of the house. Please. Make some friends. Go to their homes. Plan going to the library. I don't know. At the beginning, the one that it's here, I remember at the beginning he was meeting with some friends. They used to meet at Barnes and Nobles and stuff like that. But then they left. One of them went back to his country. The other one is now in a different school because it was when we moved to the US, it was his last year of middle school. So he made friends, but by the time the transition to high school, one of them it was in a different high school and the other one just left back to his country. So the friends he was meeting and seeing outside the house was very limited at the time that they will go out. Mommy, mommy, Nana. So now we are going to church, which is another thing. And I'm trying to get him like involved. One thing that I like about our church is that it's very family oriented, and they focus a lot on families and kids, and they have like activities. And today, the young men have activities, and I told my son from now on you're going because you need to. It is good that you are at home and you're not out there doing unhealthy, ungood stuff like nothing bad. But at the same time, you need to have friends. You need to go out there and socialize, and because eventually you will become an adult, and we live in a world where we actually need support. We need word of mouth. We need help. You know, we need people to survive in this world. But if you don't socialize and meet people, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to thrive and enjoy. Cusco, whatever happens to any student. Oh yeah, over here they call me for everything. Everything. They always call me. That's one thing that I like about here. They always call you for whatever. Yeah, they call me and immediately they're like, "Everything's okay. Don't panic." And I'm like, "Okay," because they already know parents panic when they see a call from school. My daughter Chanel, at the beginning, She got used to it now, but at the beginning, we moved here on June, and it's bug season. So she was horrified. She was screaming like she would see a bug, and it was like somebody's killing her. She also will go to the nurse for everything. If she had a little scratch, she was in the nurse. Like, and I was like, Chanel, scratches are part of life. You're gonna run, you're gonna fall down, you're gonna make a scratch, and that's fine. You don't need to go to the nurse unless you're really, really, really badly bleeding. But no, she will go to the nurse for everything. And like you said, they have to call you. So every time the nurse was calling, we were laughing because we already know. And she was like, don't panic, everything is fine. Chanel fell down. She came here. She's fine. And I was like, hey, thank you. But they do go to extremes sometimes. Sometimes I was like, are you seriously calling me for this shit? Like, why are you calling me for this? Sometimes they make me go to pick them up for something that it was like, do you really making me get out of work for this shit? Like, really? Now, I will say about an experience that I had where, by this experience, I will tell you, parents, watch out and don't accept if any situation happens with your child. Let the office very clearly know you don't want them to talk with your child until you are there, and I will explain you why in a minute. Okay, so I had this situation with my son a few years ago. I live in Virginia. There was some rough stuff that happened there, and my son had trauma because of everything that happened. um the trauma didn't show up until I moved back to Puerto Rico to like literally start over and get my shit together. The way that this trauma show on my son was more in anger because he was being a person that was supposed to be a family member and take care of them was physically hitting them and abusing them. So obviously he came to a point, his trauma, to where because he felt like he couldn't defend himself against this person when it comes to school and kids, he felt that he always had to defend himself and he would always react aggressively. And it's something that, we were addressing. He was getting therapy, um, in school and privately outside school, social workers, everybody was working with him for this situation. So sometimes he will be in trouble because he couldn't handle. The point is that this social worker, well, it was not the social worker, it was the school counselor, I think it is. The social worker, she was nice and she understood. Um, um, but this person was already having something like against my son, so he was biased against my son because my son was always in situations. So there was a situation once where this kid took my son's pencil and threw it away in the classroom. And my son was like, "Can you give me the pencil? Why are you throwing that away?" And the kid was like, "I'm not giving you shit." And I don't remember what happened, but the tension started because this kid doing this shit to my son. Then they were outside. My son was in the ramp, and this kid passed next to my son, and he jumped to my son. Oh, I'm sorry, it was by accident. And before that, there was a second accident. Before that, the second accident was that the kid started screaming shit to my son in the middle of the hallway. So my son was already like, getting infuriated. And then the third event was when the dude passed by through my son and hit him. And that's when my son had a reaction. By the time my son reacts and defends himself, they've been taken to the office. And because my son has been in situations before, the office worker was not being neutral. And I noticed, and I am so happy because I already started to notice they were not treating my son right. So when they call me to inform me about the accident, I say, I want no one interviewing my son until I am there. Nobody has permission to talk with my son alone until I am present. So they waited for me, and I noticed that the dude had the information from the other child first, right? So he has the events, what happened through the other child's version. So when he finally sit down with my son to then ask my son what happened, he was not asking with a clear mind, asking questions like he should. He was guiding. The questions he was asking was guiding my son to what to say. He was not asking what happened. He was asking, did you do this? Did you say this? Did you react this way? And he was writing. And I also noticed that when he was writing the interview, he was not writing everything. I remember my son told him the kid was yelling stuff at me. So when he started to yell stuff at me, I answered back and told him this, this, and that. And the answer from the counselor was like, so you saw the kid in the hallway and you said this and that to him. And I had to stop and I say, did you hear what he said first? The kid was screaming stuff at my son first. And my son responded. You omitted the first part. So another thing is, I would recommend for you to say this conversation is A, is only gonna happen when I'm present, and B, it's only gonna happen if I'm recording the conversation. Otherwise, you're not allowed to talk with him, because even though I am there and I know what happened, he's taking notes, and I don't know what he's writing over there. So I had to tell him a few things, and I noticed what he was doing, and I said, you are not making you're not being impartial, I think is the word. Like, you are guiding the questions based on the other person's version. You're not starting from a blank state. You're not starting like you know nothing, and you are truly hearing everything my son says. And I am not happy about that. And I don't agree with what you're doing. And he was like, no, no, I treat all students the same. And I was like, you're not. You're not, because my son told you the kid started. The kid took something from him and threw it. The kid did that. The kid started to yell shit at my son. The kid was, oh, he said it was a purpose. And I look at the at the dude and I say, you are not going to tell me that you are walking down a ramp and by accident you stamped to the kid that you were bullying twice earlier doing that day. Because let me remind you that when he hit my son by accident, that was the third time in that day that there is something happening between them. So I'm sorry, but I don't eat that fucking bullshit that it was an accident. I know he did it on purpose because you can see that my son was there. I know what ramp it is. I know that you can see that my son was there. And all the places that you can accidentally stomp by, it was right where my son is. And after the third time, they took his pencil. He receives insults in the whole hallway of the school. And then he got hit. The third time, he was basically assaulted, you know. That's when my son reacted. That's when my son decided to defend himself. And now he's the one in trouble. No. I want to know what you're going to do to the other kid. I'm not leaving here until the other kid has good proposal. And after that, I learned my lesson. And I said, if everything ever happens with my child, nobody is allowed to talk with him until I am present. And there was a social worker in another school that she had to, I had to tell her a few because she wanted to force me to give my son's medications when I did not want to have them pay with medication. She was threatening me to call Social Security. I was like, I dare you to fucking call Social Security on me. It by law, I have the right to choose if I want to give my kids medications or not. I'm not the first mom who refuses to give their child medication. This is not a life or death situation. He's just going through a trauma and he's getting therapy to heal that trauma. I don't need to medicate him. He needs healing, trauma healing. There was another situation when my son, his friend was getting hit, and my son tried to like separate them and take his friend out of the fight, and my son got hit, right? He was the only kid suspended, number one. All of the others were not suspended. Mine was. And second, because he responded back, he got hit, so he responded back and hit the kids back. The the director of that school was she treated my son like he was a criminal, and that is something I will never forget because my son was really scared. She keeps telling, "This is a federal law. He broke. This is assault." And she was looking at the parents. You know, you can go and law and make a lawsuit. And she keeps like promoting for the parents to make a lawsuit against us. And the parents were like, "We don't want." Like they told her constantly because she keep going and she keep going and she keep going. Like we're talking about children. We're talking about 8, 9 year old kids. Why are you forcing parents to lawsuit a kid? It does humanity nowadays. Anyways, and the parents were like, no, we are here in the office because we want to resolve this here. We wanted to see the mom so that way we can solve this between us on a way that, this doesn't happen again. But she keeps telling, "Oh, you broke this law, you broke this law, you did this, you did that." And then when we got out of there, my son was like, am I getting like, am I going to jail?" And he was scared. I was like, "No, she wasn't being a fucking bitch, but you're fine." And the parents said it like they don't want to do that. They just want, you know what? There was a fight. What we gonna do, and how can we make sure that this doesn't happen again? And my child got suspended for that shit. And ever since we moved here to the United States, he's been so good. He's been doing so good. He officially finished all of his therapies. The therapist said he's fine. He doesn't need therapy anymore. Um, he was in band. He has the best grades he's ever had. He's now in academy high school, studying for, a specific thing, um, game development and all that stuff. He's looking for his future, and he's very happy now. He did not need pills. He needed therapy and heal all the trauma he had, and he's doing amazing now. Not every birthmark is a freaking cancer shit. It's a birthmark, humans. What's going on? I totally lost faith in humanity after doing these live streams. I never had to be conscious about my birthmark until I started doing live streaming. Never had a problem. I literally forgot I had a birthmark until I started to do live streaming. Like, why people have such issues with a fucking birthmark? It's so stupid. It's a birthmark, humans. It's natural. It's life. It's like me asking you why you have two eyes. You were born with that. It's natural. Some people have it in places that you can see, and some people have it in places you don't see it. That doesn't mean it's unnatural or it's cancer. Lord have mercy. Okay, let's keep working. The chat is quiet. Lord have mercy. Hey, get out of my food. Okay. Nice shirt. Thank you. I'm dressed by the guests, people who left, um, people who live close in their Airbnbs. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's add this one. And hi there. Hello, everybody. I need to learn how to make graphics with ChatGPT because Canva is time consuming. Um, so I don't know, but I've been seeing a lot of people using graphics, and I can tell when it's ChatGPT because it looks like graphics. It doesn't look like real photos. I like real photos. I feel like it looks more elegant when it's a real photo and not just a cartoonish graphic. Mm.
I think I like it. Wow, look at this. Not bad. I'm writing a blog. I'm writing a blog and I. Oh my god. I need a walk. I need a food walk. Let's see how it will look. It's time for coffee. What time is it in there? Well, I mean, people have coffee in the afternoon too. I have coffee in the morning. Well, I haven't had it that much lately, but when I do, it's decaf. Ah, I'm already running. I need a new phone. The battery is dying so fast. Where the heck about do I put that? Does that go in health or in food? I think I'm gonna put it on food. Because it's information about food. Maybe information about rice. Right? I need to start getting ready. There is sun, but it's not too crazy. I think we can walk a little like the sun. Oh, snap. I did something wrong.
I'm working on a blog. I'm writing about rice. Woo. So, story, long story very short. I was doing grocery shopping and I always buy jasmine rice because I keep hearing that jasmine rice is better, healthier than regular white rice, especially like fitness gurus and health gurus. So I was buying the rice and they did not have jasmine rice. So I was like, oh, bummer. I guess I'm going to have to buy regular one. But then it got me thinking, I was like, why? Why is jasmine rice healthier than white rice? So I took that question and I wrote a review about it, which it will be live later on today on our website. And it's very interesting because there are different types of rice, but depending on something I learned is that the right is not the question we should not ask ourselves is which is healthier, but which one goes with what are our goals? Like, are you looking for quick digestion or you looking for something that takes longer to digest? Do you have IBS? Because if you have IBS, this one might be right for you, not this one. Um, do you looking something like right after a workout? Like, do you looking for something that has more minerals and more fiber? Or you looking for something again, quick absorption? Like, the question is not which one is healthier because each one of those different types of rice have their own benefits. It all the question is which one goes with my goals, with what I'm looking for. So I am giving a description of every type of rice and it will let you know um, what rice should be the best one for you according to what you need or looking for. I need that info. I want that now. Right, right. Yeah, I know the aroma is different, the texture is different. Um, but there was really not much difference when it comes to like health wise. I know it is faster digestion than white rice. Like the jasmine, it's a more softer texture. It is slightly thicker feel and it's a faster absorption. When it comes to nutrition, it's very similar than the regular white rice. Mhm. I like that great idea. What about brown rice? Brown rice, the difference is just basically the difference between brown rice and white rice is the process it's being through. The rice has three layers, if I'm not mistaken, and the brown rice has all of the layers. The white rice, they started to like take layers out of it, so you only end up with one. However,
all of the fiber and all of the nutrition, the nutrients are in the fiber that they're taking out. However, because they took out nutrients and they took out fiber, the rice is more softer and white. The brown part is like it's like a little skin that it has outside the rice. So they take that skin out, and now the rice is white and more soft and more easy to digest. However, that skin that they took out has the fiber, which fiber is essential for gut digestion, for everything to digest and go more slowly. And the more slow it goes, the more nutrients absorption you have. The slower you go, the blood sugar is not going to be crazy elevated. And again, it has fiber is also good for cleaning all that old food that you have in there, and it has more nutrients. So if you're looking for nutrients, then you can go brown rice. If you're looking for easy absorption, um, because you need quick energy, then you will use white rice. Yeah, white rice is more processed than brown rice. However, you have a condition like IBS, um, gut sensitivity, you might want to go with something that's more easy for your for your gut to digest. So you might want to go with rice. But if you want to maintain your blood sugar lower, then you can have jasmine rice instead of regular rice, because jasmine rice does spike your sugar way less. Okay, let me finish this thing I'm doing over here because we got to go. What was this? Like I'm adding a graphic with all the information of the different types of rice. Because I'm a very graphic person. So I like to add graphics into my blog in my blog. So if you're not following me on my social media, you can follow me there. Because on my social media I will let know when the blog is posted. I will share all the graphics and information. Um, I used to do this a lot and then I stopped, and we're trying to get back into like my blog. I love blogging. I love exploring about health and nutrition. So this will be up later on. I have to get ready to leave the house now. So I won't be able to finish this now, but I will finish it as soon as I get back home. Okay. So anyway, guys, I have to leave you now. Thank you everybody for being here. Please don't forget to like the live stream, subscribe if you're not subscribed, hit notification bell so that way you get notified every time I go live. We've been doing live streaming daily now. And again, also follow me on social so you guys get to know every time I like, share something new about health and wellness and all that stuff. So, anyways, let me delete this nasty ass coming out of here. And yeah, I will see you guys later on.